Welcome to the Marian University 9 Mason Pulliam EcoLab. My name's David Benson. It is early spring here. It's early April and it's a beautiful time of year. We have the ephemeral plants coming up in the understory. Lots of pretty wildflowers, things like Trillium, Jack in the Pulpit, May apples are coming up right now. However, this time of year, it's a little bittersweet for restoration ecologists because we see lots of other things getting green at this time of year. Usually one of the first things to green up is this one right here. This is honeysuckle. This is bush honeysuckle. Bush honeysuckle here in Indiana grows, what, 15, 20 feet tall. And when it takes over, nothing grows underneath it. It totally dominates the landscape. This is an invasive plant. This is an invasive plant from somewhere else. We call it a non-native invasive plant. Honeysuckle is one that we see here. On the other side, right next to me, is Privet. Privet looks really pretty similar to honeysuckle as well. It grows in some of our more wetland areas. It's a shrub, a little bit smaller shrub than honeysuckle, but again, when it takes over, it really takes over and causes other plants not to be able to grow. That is why in the EcoLab we spend lots and lots of time and effort trying to remove these invasive plants. Some of these invasive plants like honeysuckle and privet, one of the reasons why they're so invasive is because they do green up faster than some of the native plants. You look around me, a lot of the native trees don't have leaves on them yet. Most of the native shrubs don't have leaves on them yet. These guys are first. They're a little bit out of sync with everything else, and so they shade out all those native understory plants and really become a problem. Here's another invasive that we've got. There's one you probably already know. This is dandelion, of course. Dandelions are not particularly invasive in a natural area like this, but you know that they are very invasive in a disturbed habitat like a yard or in a garden. They can take over, and it's the same type of thing. They tend to take over an area and become really pretty difficult to get rid of. Here in the EcoLab, we know it's a forever project. We're going to continue to work on the invasive plants like honeysuckle, like privet, and others to remove those so that our native plants, that native diversity can show through here. The native plants then, well, that brings native animals as well, the diversity that we all appreciate in natural areas like this. Natural areas like this right here in the middle of the 13th biggest city in the US. We're really lucky to have an amazing environment like the EcoLab right here on the Marian University campus. Hey, enjoy your stay here at the EcoLab, and when you go home, think about the invasive plants that are in your area, in your yard. If you do have honeysuckle, guess what? The birds are feeding on those berries and bringing them from your yard to places like the EcoLab. So even removing invasive plants in your yards can be useful for the ecosystem here in Indiana.